It was happening in November 2024. One morning, after I finished my morning reading and I was about going downstairs for breakfast, as I had only gone down one floor, right here in this place, someone grabbed my wrist and pulled me into the side of the corner. The voice asked, "Is today your birthday?" "No, it's next week," I answered. Then I must have remembered it wrong. Then she took out a small zip bag off her pocket. Inside it was a Kenyan pendant that looked like a jade. "This is my birthday present for you. Happy birthday in advance." I was very surprised because at that time I had never told anyone which day my birthday was. Moreover, I never thought the first person who gave me a gift and wished me a happy birthday would be someone who's not studying at the same department as me and whose dorm was 5 floors away from mine. The person who did this surprising move was my classmate from junior high. Also, she was my class monitor. Not only she did a wonderful job in her academic performances, also she had a cheerful personality. But the thing that she left the most deep impression for me is she's excelled in sports, so she never asked to leave in physical training due to her personal reasons. As for me, on the contrary, because the learning content from junior high was quite different from that in primary school, as I first entered the junior high, all of my problems were exposed, making me out of the place in this environment. There's also a significant difference in our personalities as well as our studies. Let me explain the real-life example. Look at this. I believe all of you are very familiar with this, but I'm not going to use it to talk about our academic performances, but our personalities. In the end of the semester, during the history class, our teacher asked us to do this. If we had more than 10 mistakes in one unit, we had to copy this whole unit for 3 times. And our deskmate would correct each other's answers. At that time, both my class deskmate and I didn't master knowledge very well. I remember once I made 8 mistakes, but one he was counted as 9 because the reason is my handwriting wasn't very standard. And I was outraged. So, as a scrupulous girl, I decided to get back at him. Coincidentally, there were a blank where his handwriting wasn't very clear, and he made 10 mistakes at that time. So I can count it as 11 to make him copy 3 more times in vain. After getting to know the truth, he was very sad because that was the closest he had ever been in making 10 mistakes. My monitor, who was sitting behind, saw everything. She said, "What a pity. If he had made 1 less mistake, then he wouldn't have to copy this time." And I told her that I had intentionally counted 1 more mistake for him because he had done the same to me when correcting my answers last time. After getting to know the truth, she said to me that something that I will never forget in the rest of my life. "Please don't do that. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind." I was instantly struck dumb by her words. Never had I expected that such a brief remark would go on to shape my behavior for a long time afterwards. I have seen too many people, when facing others acting unreasonably out of anger, choose to let them be, only pointed out their mistakes after dust has settled, or using harsh words to blame them behind their back. But she was different. She had the ability to teach me how to forgive and tolerate in such tender tone, a practice that was so rare in my past experience, and it had left a deep impression. In the second year, I realized there was a big gap between myself and other students in various aspects, and I was striving to bridge that gap. She was very happy to see my changes, so she was always helping me and encouraged me at that time. So in the final year, she became the person closest to me. And luckily, after we graduated in June 2023, in the September of the same year, we met each other again on the playground of another campus during the military training. Because she's in the main campus and I'm in international department, there isn't so many opportunities for us to connect with each other frequently. Into the winter holiday from 2024 to 2025, this time I saw her, I told her, I think the relationship between you and me is really precious because you know I was like back in junior high, and my mom once said the girls who did well in academic performances and those who don't can't be friends. And you just suddenly appear. Your existence made me realize that I was wrong. What she told me is what I want to tell everyone who is sitting here. Oh, there's no such thing as those who did well in academic performances and those who don't. I think the most important thing for two people to become friends is their attitude toward others and the world and their values. I see you as an outstanding person, a wonderful human being. The international department is just a different path, that's all. Those who share the same pursuits are the companions from the same journey. Now, I like to do a small exercise. Close your eyes, please. Close your eyes. Think of someone in your life who seems very different from you. Maybe it's the top student from the neighboring class, or the roommates that's so quiet that you dare to approach. Ask yourself, have you ever missed the opportunity to know them better because you thought we are too different? Now, please open your eyes. In today's story, I once believed that there's an unbridgeable gap between excellent ones and ordinary ones. But my mother, she and her behavior proved to me that the real gap lies not in reality, but in our prejudice. So I want to invite you, next time, when you meet someone who seems very different from you, try to let go of your preconceptions, listen carefully to their stories, and you might find everyone is more than you think that they are, hiding countless surprising points. Also, believe this, when two souls meet each other with sincerity, all of the difference will become stars that light on each other's path. Thank you.